The goal is the end zone, and the objective is the play. The goal is the end zone, and the objective is the play. Mr. Cage, training facilitator, training development specialist, potential. Teaching kids to think before they do. This video is specifically for my entrepreneurs, my business owners, business management consultants, grant writers, community advocates, any person that has an agency or an organization that does social service work in the community. These are some of the groups that this video is specifically going to be tailored to. It's not limited to those people, but it's targeted to those people. The goal is the end zone, and the objective is the play. Coming into this new year, we first must have a new you before it's a new year. If there isn't a new you, there is no new year. It's going to be the same year with a different number. Without a new you, the new year is the same year with a different number. Coming into 2025, and I believe we should already have been in a refocus anyway, a refreshing. Some are in the religious circles, fasting, consecrating, whatever is necessary for you, I, and we to have a renewing of the mind. We must do that. We've done enough videos up until this point, and before we go into the mechanics of this title, the goal is the end zone and the objective is the play. I'll leave you with this thought. A good idea does not and will not change your belief system. Your belief system changes when you awaken and understand who you are and understand the importance of the task or the skill that you have to accept the responsibility for, the responsibility of executing that task, or learning, perfecting, refining, and practicing that new skill. No shade towards my Bears fans. Y'all don't take this statement personal. But we're going to bring a parallel and an analogy just to make this statement and these series of statements stick. The Bears have had a rough season. They may not see the end zone often. They may not score touchdowns often. In the sport of football, you have the end zone, which is the touchdown. The goal is the end zone. The goal is the end zone, and the objective is the play. Our goal, specifically in football, is to score more points. Catch this, to score more points than our opponent. Points are associated with numbers, and numbers are objective. Numbers are not subjective. Numbers are objective. A 1 is a 1, whether you feel like it or not. If the Bears, like the Bears just recently beat the Packers, I think the score was 24-22. The score was 24-22. It didn't matter how a Packer fan felt about the score. Subjectively, objectively, the Bears scored more points than the Packers. Therefore, the Bears won. The goal is the end zone. The goal is the end zone, and the objective is the play. The goal is the end zone, and the objective is the play. The Bears are on offense. They're calling plays. Pass or run. Let's just say pass. We call whatever pass play that we call, we execute 5 yards. We execute 10 yards, 15 yards, 30 yards, all the way until the touchdown. Every play that we call that's executed results in a completion, and we gain yards. Doesn't matter how you feel. If we make that completion, we're marching down the field 5 yards, 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards. The objective is the play that we call. The goal is the end zone. So our goal is to get to the end zone to score. We want to score more points than our opponent because points are associated with numbers. Points are numbers, and numbers are objective. Numbers don't care how you feel because they're objective. 24 is 24 in America, in Australia, in Africa, or China. It does not matter. 24 points is 24 points, whether I'm mad, sad, or happy. Business owners, entrepreneurs, community service providers, let's go. We need to refocus our agencies, organizations, and businesses on goals and objectives. I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to go into not a lot of detail, but enough to where I want to leave you with some understanding on why, especially now we find ourselves in January of 2025, why it is importante to revisit your goals and revisit your objectives. If you don't have goals, you need to get you some. If you don't have any objectives, you need to get you some more. We're going to go through this, and I'm going to highlight and emphasize the importance of some things to help you be as successful as you can in 2025. One of the reasons I believe that we are not maximizing our full potential is because we don't have a plan that has goals and objectives associated with it, therefore causing us to lose momentum. Because when you lose focus, you lose momentum. I repeat, when you lose focus, you lose momentum. I'm motivating you because I'm passionate, but I'm going to educate you because it's necessary. Let's go. We're going to go into a screen share as quickly as possible because now we done with the motivating. We done with the motivating. We're going to go into the educate. Get your notepad out. I'm asking nicely now. Get your notepad out. Let's rock and roll. This is teacher Cage, coach Cage, consultant Cage. I'm sharing my screen now. We're going to go through this goals and objectives briefly. From there, I'm going to share my screen again and be open and transparent with you about our potential program and some of the goals and objectives that we have set for 2025. Not specifically, but we was in a process of redoing some things, revitalizing our strategic and the business plan. I'm gonna open that up to you because I want to see you be great at what you do and be great at who you are. Let's hit this. Goals and objectives. Purpose. Your goal is the end to which your objectives are directed. Your goal is the end in which your objectives are directed. The objective is the play. The goal is the end zone. The objective is to play. The goal is the end zone. I'm going to continue to reiterate that to you. And the outcome of your project is measured by your objectives. So your outcome, let's say your project, this is a snippet from our grant writing class, Get It Funded 2025. If you want some more information about that, put info in the comment section. The outcome of your project is measured by your objectives. The outcome and success of your business is going to be measured by your objectives. It's not going to be measured by your goals, because your goals in context is long term. And I'm going to give you a hard copy real life example to build a case or solidify what I'm giving to you. When funding agencies approve projects, they are literally buying objectives. That's why your objectives need to be concrete, specific, and measurable. Now, in a business sense, your clients, individual people or groups, they don't necessarily buy your objectives. They buy perceived value. They purchase perceived value. Whatever your service or product may be, somewhere in the lifespan of their existence, they identify what your offering, or they identifying your offering as something that is of great value. Whatever you offering, a service or product, your client or customer has perceived what you have as value. Somewhere through the lifespan of their existence, they identify value. So on the surface, I may be buying a hat, a shirt, a cheeseburger, whatever the service or product is, a tax service, I'm paying for that. I'm really investing in what I see as valuable or important. Master key. Once you understand what is of importance to your customer, client, or consumer, first, you can supply what's important to them. Reshare. Moving forward. My videos just don't never be short because I have a lot to say. And as a facilitator, I have to go into the nitty-gritty and the details. Format lists your specific objectives, 1 or 2 sentences each in the order of importance. That's a master key. A good objective emphasizes what will be done and when. In the expression of responding to grant opportunities in the form of a grant application. When constructing your narrative, it is important to put what is most important first. Very similar to a resume. When you have a resume, you want to tailor your resume to the opportunity. You want to tailor your resume to the opportunity. Let me unshare so I can get your full undivided attention. You want to tailor your resume to the opportunity and put your achievements in the order of importance to grab the reader's attention. We don't want to bore the reader. We don't want to bore the person that we're communicating with, whether it be verbally or non-verbally, from an entertainment aspect, edutainment aspect, or education aspect. Our goal is to grab the attention of the person, engage that individual or groups of people, and hold their attention because we want to provide value to them. So these are strategies that you can use to be able to convert customers into clients with the purest sense of provide value to them. The recommended length in this aspect from this grant application piece is 1 page. It includes at least one objective for each need listed in the need statement. Avoid confusing objectives because they're gonna if they confuse you, they're gonna confuse the person that's reading. But if they confuse you in a business standpoint, you can't execute from a place of confusion. You cannot execute from a place of confusion. We cannot execute from a place of confusion. Describe the population that will benefit from the project, state the time frame, specifics within which your objectives will be accomplished. Most activities and experiences that we're associated with have a timestamp associated with it. Bills have timestamps associated with them. Invoices that you may send to a client has a timestamp associated with it. Net 5, net 15, net 30. Time is important. It's probably the most invaluable asset that we have. I say invaluable because we can't put a numerical amount on the importance of time. Make your objectives specific and measurable. Why? Because, and this is, I'm going to slide this relationship tip in here. Because definition equates to accountability. And if your business is going to flourish and experience sustainability and abundance, your objectives, I didn't say goals, your objectives have to be specific and measurable to hold yourself accountable. Relationship tip. Whether you be a man or a woman, if you find yourself in a relationship without definition, you are not in a relationship, you're in a situationship. I repeat, as a males or females, men or women, if you find yourself in a relationship with no definition, that is not a relationship, it's a situationship. No definition means, what am I to you? I don't know. What? Babe, what am I to you? I don't know what you are to me. That is a red flag. You cannot hold a person accountable if they are not defined. If we don't know what this is, nobody can hold nobody accountable. And sometimes, y'all, realtalk.com, men and women, but I'm a man, so I'm gonna speak from a male's perspective. Sometimes men will use that to avoid being accountable to you. Sometimes men will get comfortable in the friend zone. We don't like the friend zone when it comes from you, but when it comes from us, we'll be okay with it because it gives me room and access to do what I want to do. And what I want to do is not be accountable to you. I want to have my cake and eat it too. That was a relationship tip. So let me share my screen and give you, a hardcore example of goals and objectives. And from that point, it's a wrap. You got any questions, comments? Feel free to put it in the comment section, whether it's the full length video or the short, feel free. And if you want to connect with me for grant application tips, business strategies, or our hallmark program, Potential, teaching kids to think before they do. If you want us to come out, to your school, middle school or high school, and go through facilitation in large groups, moderate size or small groups, type habit in the comment section of the long form video or the short form video. Let me share my screen. We want to finish this out because we already been a little bit too long, but hopefully and prayerfully, some of the examples and the conversation that we have had, it will be of value to you. Get ready. Get ready. This is in real time. Are you ready? All right. If you're ready and you're watching this, whatever time stamp the statement is being made, type ready. Let's go. Potential. Teaching kids how to think before they do. That is our goal. That's our tagline. That is the goal for this program, is to teach kids how to think before they do. The overarching goal of Potential is to help students develop strong positive self-images and establish acceptable standards of conduct in school, in life, and in community settings by incorporating restorative practices that teach the importance of self-reflection and consideration, while also equipping preteens and teens with essential problem-solving skills to evaluate the long-term consequences of their actions. That's the long form of Potential, teaching kids how to think before they do. We've established the goal. Now remember, your objectives that are specific and measurable support the goal. In a school setting, from my experience as a teacher, I don't see this being taught. I've seen the goals taught, specific, measurable, all those things. Let's scratch that. As we elevate in our business acumen, objectives support the goal. So you saw the goal, the introductory, you saw the evolution, or the, for lack of better words, the elaboration of the goal. Now we're going into the objectives that take us to the goal. Remember, the objective is the play. The goal is the end zone. The goal is the end zone, and the objectives is the play. So the end zone for us, our touchdown, is teaching kids how to think before they do. They are equipped with the essential problem-solving skills to evaluate the long-term consequences of their actions. That is our touchdown. These are our plays. You have to call plays for completion throughout the duration of the fiscal year in order to accomplish the goal, or to score the touchdown, or to get into the end zone. These are 4 plays: youth participation in development activities. We want to engage specifically 494 youth clients in youth development activities within the first 60 days of program implementation. Sustained enrollment. We want to serve, and let's do an affirmation. We will serve a total of 987 youth clients who are enrolled in school by the end of the 9-month program period. There's 9 months in a school year traditionally. Not the goal. The objective is to serve 987 youth enrolled in school. 3 more. Youth participation in bias prevention. Again, our objective, facilitate engagement of 494 youth clients in violence prevention activities within the first 60 days. Measurable, specific, which we can be held accountable to. 2 more. Support for youth affected by violence. Serve a total of 987 youth clients who have perpetuated violence by the end of the 9-month period. Lastly, program completion rate. Ensure that 80% of youth enroll in youth development and violence prevention activities complete the program by the end of the 9-month period. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objectives. We need to go no further. In summary, your facilitator, your coach signing out. In summary, without specific and measurable objectives, you can be held accountable to nothing. It's equivalent to a ship out to sea sailing with no destination. If you are going to reach your destination efficiently, minimum waste, and effectively with maximum impact and value provided to your community, to your customers or clients, you're going to have a goal, an end zone. The goal is the end zone, and you're going to have to call plays, which are going to be your objectives. This is Mr. Cage. Co-creator for Potential. Training development specialist and training facilitator. Divine Works Education and Training. I want you to be great at what you do, but be greater at who you are.